think the wound has to be, and the beauty of it is, in my understanding, and not just my understanding of astute colleagues, is that trauma is not what happened to you. Trauma is what you made it mean. Trauma is the shame. Trauma is the self-rejection. Trauma is the ongoing pain. Because if trauma is a wound that hasn't healed, then you can heal it in the present. If the trauma was what happened to you all those years ago, it's gone, finished. It'll never not have happened. But trauma, being a wound, yes, anybody can be healed at any stage of life, as long as there's consciousness.
Sexual trauma as a child, which I've covered a lot of stories that involve that, seems to be such a debilitating form of trauma.
You don't exist as a human being. You're simply the means to somebody else's pleasure or gratification or sense of power.
And then there's silence on top of it.
Sorry?
And then they're silent about it on top of it.
Well, that's the whole point. I know you had my friend Kimberly Shannon Murphy on
Yes.
Some months ago. And when I was talking to Kimberly when I first met her, she was, naturally focused on what the grandfather had done. Who did you speak to? In other words, by the time the abuse started, the child already knew intuitively that they were alone and helpless. And that's what potentiated the trauma. Because the perpetrator can tell with almost laser-like accuracy who is undefended. It's not the child's fault. But by the time the abuse happens, this isolation also happens, so people then don't ask for help. Remember the infamous case of Dr. Larry Nassar, who was the physician to the Olympic gymnast team? Most of them never told their mothers. So that this silence, this cone of silence surrounds the sexual abuse victim, whether in the family of origin or in the institutions at large.
How can parents break the cycle when they're still carrying their own wounds?
Well, look, when I first became a parent, I had no idea I was even wounded.